Oh, really?
They appear to have some more leaks. And we have a real picture of Sadie Sink with the Punisher. Maybe this will give us a clue as to who she really is. Check this out.
We have some massive Spider-Man brand new day leaks to go over today. One is an actual picture from the movie of Sadie Sink's character with the Punisher. Another is Mark Ruffalo actually spoiling things a little bit himself. Possibly
Didn't he F up before?
For Spider-Man Brand New Day, but not for Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it could be a spoiler as well for Avengers Secret Wars. And yes, we are talking about the symbiote. What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. I think most of you know, if you've been following the channel, I believe Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. This photo right here further supports that, and so do some new reports that we're going to go over.
Is that a hairstyle that Jean Grey wears?
That talk about this photo and her character as well. As you can see right here,
Or is it
this
the
photo
colors?
is of Sadie Sink's character with
the
John
outfit.
Bernthal's The Punisher. Now, The Punisher is The Punisher. He looks great. But Sadie Sink is wearing dark green and yellow. The colors of Marvel Girl, a.k.a. Jean Grey. I love this. This is totally just hints at Marvel Girl, how she originally was in Marvel Comics.
I totally forgot
We've also
about
been told
that.
recently that the new X-Men
When I saw
franchise
the
is
picture,
going
I
to
was
start
like,
with First Class.
oh,
so
yeah.
Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, will be a part of that team, and obviously
Okay.
Sadie Sink is now in the MCU.
Oh, now we know.
I'm saying as Jean Grey, and you'll see that a lot of other insiders say this
And no one's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
as well as we get into this video. But before people start talking about this photo and say that it's AI, this is what Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus had to say, and he has been right about a lot recently. So here's what he had to say. First of all, he laughed. Ha 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 ha. Now y'all see why I said she's Typhoid Mary. Wait for it. And before anyone says, but the Gemini logo, the picture is real. So I didn't even notice there is a Gemini logo down to the bottom right. The Gemini logo is there, but the picture is real. What you're seeing here is the picture that was re-enhanced using Gemini and has clearly been passed around and lost resolution with each pass. So Alex is basically saying, I have seen this picture before. It's being passed around, and now it has the Gemini logo on it because people are trying to enhance the quality of it. It's obviously a leak, so it wasn't the best quality.
That's true, that
so
does
people have been
happen.
throwing it around, and it's the quality is decreased, but they've used Gemini to enhance it. But Alex is saying it's real. This is
So where did it originally come from?
a real photo of her with the Punisher. And honestly, like it doesn't reveal too much. The colors do, right? I mean, it's the colors Marvel Girl, green and yellow, and she's got the hair. Right? I mean, it just makes sense. But then somebody asked, because he didn't specifically say that she is Jean Grey in that response, but somebody asked, so you're still saying she is not Jean Grey? In which Alex replied, nah, she's Jean. I was wrong in my initial assessment. So there you go, right there. Alex Perez, who's been right about a lot recently, is saying she's Jean Grey. Sadie Sink's character is Jean Grey. I'm super happy about that, but if you don't want to take one person's word for it, let's go to literally 3 other insiders who are talking about this as well. The first one is Jeff Snyder. Now, Jeff actually was the first person to report that the Hulk and the Punisher were going to be in this movie. And he's
So we
the
got
first
4
person who
insiders
actually
saying
said
she is.
that he has heard Sadie Sink could be playing Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Lately, he reaffirmed that it's true. He said it's in fact true. Sadie Sink is Jean Grey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Then you have Cryptic HD Quality, and they have actually doubled down on stating that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. He has said multiple times that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. And then, of course, we have James Mack, who has also been proven right by a lot of X-Men leaks as far as the new X-Men team is concerned, and as far as the X-Men leaks for Avengers Doomsday are concerned as well. He's been proven right already with a lot of those leaks. He has also stated that she is playing Jean Grey. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Marvel Studios were ending one chapter of the MCU and going into another one in Avengers Secret Wars. And Sadie Sink is going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. That is already confirmed. So to have somebody kind of be in the previous MCU, as we go into the new MCU, this part right now that we're in will be the previous MCU, but go over into the new part, it makes sense because she's going to be the face of the MCU. Jean Grey is going to be, well, I would say one of the faces of the MCU, because
I
we're
was
obviously
like,
going to have
what are you talking
Fantastic
about?
Four, some type of an Avengers team. It doesn't necessarily mean we'll have a movie right away.
Yeah, the
'cause we
X-Men
heard
team,
they
too.
aren't going to do that. But we are going to have some Avengers people in there, right? Of course.
Highly doubt she's going to be the
or
face
old
of
characters, who
Marvel.
knows? Probably a mix of both. But to have one
I
character
tried that
kind of
once.
be, handling characters kind of be the
With
main
Captain
faces,
Marvel.
and coming from the
Failed
old universe,
horribly.
the new universe makes sense. Peter Parker is also going to be one of those people, so it makes sense that them two are together. Those two are together, and they'll reportedly come back in Secret Wars together. I still think we might get something of Tom Holland in Avengers Doomsday, but it might be a post-credit scene. Not entirely sure on that yet. But we have this leaked photo right here that is reportedly real. I love to see it because I love to see the colors, and this is kind of cool. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey with the Punisher. I like it, and it does make sense. The whole DODC storyline.
It's unlikely coupling there. Wondering how they meet. I've heard the rumors, but...
And basically being the people who hunt mutants, and Frank not being okay with that and trying to protect Jean Grey, that makes sense. And this should be a Jean Grey whose powers aren't really fully established yet. So people would wonder, well, how, why can't she just get away herself? She's supposed to be an incredibly strong mutant, right? One of the strongest. Well, it's a young Jean Grey who hasn't ran into Professor Xavier yet. Her powers aren't honed in, right? So she's not going to be as strong as a lot of people think she should be. But if you consider everything she's gone through, which we don't know a ton about, but we know she hasn't gone to the school yet, Professor Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, we know that her powers should not be in full control yet, which could be dangerous for a lot of people around, man, at some points in time. And it's rumored, I should say, that she might even let the Hulk go berserk. And speaking of that, Mark Ruffalo was recently
they're saying she's the one that makes him go gray, and he's extra savage.
Him. And he knows that people were filming him, and he knows exactly what he said. He said that he can promise you 1,000% that he will be fighting an alien. Now, he is referring to the Hulk himself as the Hulk. So he says that he can promise you 1,000% that the Hulk is going to fight an alien. Well, what's an alien? Well, Venom's an alien. The Venom symbiote is an alien. So this could tell us that Peter Parker does get the symbiote in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think regardless of what happens in Brand New Day, I do think, since it seems like he's talking about the future, Spidey gets the Venom symbiote in Secret Wars no matter what. That is when he first gets the symbiote in the comics, in the original Secret Wars. So that makes sense that they would want to bring that to the MCU the first time this Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, would get the Venom symbiote would be in Secret Wars, because it's going to be, according to Kevin Feige, the biggest movie they've ever made. It's the most...
I'm very curious of that design. Very curious. Very curious of that design.
Ambitious movie they've ever made.
I want to see.
So, there's a lot of hype for Avengers Doomsday right now. Secret Wars should be bigger. We'll wait and see, but that's the plan so far. So the Hulk says, he promises you, Hulk's going to fight an alien. And I think of Andrew Garfield when he says, I want to fight an alien, right after Tobey Maguire was talking about fighting Venom. Tom Holland was talking about fighting Thanos. He has not fought Venom. The Hulk hasn't fought him. Of course not, because he's not been in the MCU yet. But there is that one scene in Spider-Man Brand New Day's trailer where he's coming out of the cocoon. Peter's coming out of the cocoon, and his arm is completely black. At first I thought it could be shading, but his other arm is fine. So why would his arm be completely black, especially since we've heard the recent rumors are he's not turning into Man-Spider. Originally, according to Alex Perez, Marvel was toying with this idea and did like it, but then Sony and Marvel ultimately decided that it would probably be too much for the little kids that are going to see Spider-Man, because everybody loves Spider-Man. Little kids, they watch Spidey and Friends and stuff like that. So they didn't want to freak kids out too much.
Oh, it's not too much to kill off people's parents and family in the movies and stuff like that. That's fine. But, by God, giving him an extra pair of arms and, that's too scary. That's too bad.
Much. So apparently they went
all the crazy-ish they put in these movies.
Symbiote is going to come out in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I think some big signs that Peter
they could turn him into Man-Spider without making him look too horrific, if they don't want to scare the kids.
The symbiotes might be there because his arm is going to turn black.
Loki's trachea crushed right in front of his brother. That's fine, though. That's not going to bother a little kid.
Literally, and his eyes change. There's a lot that's happening, and there's a lot that it could be, but regardless, I think the symbiote is there, and I think ultimately it leads to Peter Parker with the Venom symbiote fighting the Hulk, which I am totally here for. I think that would actually be super, super cool. And if you think about it, the Venom symbiote, when it bonds with the host, it does change its DNA.
I'll tell you this. Spider-Man, as you know, with the symbiote, there's no way he can long term go toe to toe with the Hulk, because eventually things ain't gonna pan out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Bruce Banner talks about is a very dangerous thing in the trailer. So I think it all lines up. And it looks like it's all lining up for the Hulk to fight Venom, which I am totally here for. And it does seem like Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, which I'm totally here for.
Thank you very much, Cosmic Wonder. Get over and follow Cosmic Wonder. Tell him Tyrone, Magnus sent you. And I'm excited because now I know that's definitely a possibility that the Hulk and Tom Holland in the symbiote go toe to toe. I can't wait to see that. 10 million subscribers. Woo!